So I was talking to Bryan about the parallels between an undercover agent and being an actor in a way, you know, having to live these sort of dual lives. So, I mean, can you talk a little bit about how you felt about that kind of dichotomy between these two sort of worlds?
I can't imagine the kind of fortitude it takes to really go undercover, where the stakes are so high, so as that you might lose your life if you blow a take, if you will. And that's really what I found most remarkable, you know, reading the book and learning about this 4-year deep undercover process. It gives you an idea of what it means to have real courage and conviction, really, I think, in terms of belief in yourself and what you're set out to do for your job. Bob Mazur, the real Bob Mazur, became the ultimate actor.
But he'd have to prepare. I mean, all the kinds of stuff that you guys do, you know, but you have to live that person's life.
And he had to do it in a way, like, you know, Bryan and I and other actors, we're craftsmen.
Right.
You know, we were apprentices at one point. We studied, hopefully, you know, you learn by trial and error, and after years and years, you become a journeyman, an expert, if you will. This guy was, you know, probably an expert customs agent, but probably had zero experience as an actor.
Right.
You know, so with the stakes that high, I guess, you know, you're flying by the seat of your pants and going by pure instinct. And what you find is that the real story is incredibly cinematic and is an obvious candidate for translation to film. And the film, the good news is the film captures in spades the same dramatic tension, the same element of danger, the same mystery, the same sense of betrayal and possibility for redemption that you find in the book.
Yeah.
It's the kind of film that that comes from another era, really, that
Yeah.
you don't often see these days. And so, even with its kind of nostalgic look back at the '80s and the kind of freewheeling Wild West element to it that doesn't exist anymore because it's a time that's pre-internet. Even
Sure.
that has a real attractive quality to it.
And how dangerous are these guys? These Colombian guys?
There's a line that one of the characters says is that I think it's something like he'll kill you again and again. Like, if they find you out, they'll not only kill you, they'll make your death long and painful as a lesson, and they'll enjoy it because you'll deserve it. So yeah, there's a overriding sense of doom that really creates this fear. It's a kind of roller coaster ride, but you know, in that happily we discover, and we know from the book historically that, you know, everything works out. You can't avoid that sense of urgency and immediacy and real danger.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bratt. It was
my pleasure.
A pleasure to meet you,
Me
and
too.
congratulations on this.
Thanks.
This was